Hi, everybody. Welcome to my show, Angel Guidance by Lisa. My name is Lisa, and I am an intuitive, a medium, and a healer. I love to teach about spirit, and I love to help others. So thanks for joining me here. Today, I did draw some cards before I went live, and I'm going to give you some information about your upcoming week. I'm also going to give you a little bit of healing energy, and then I'm going to take a caller. So we have a busy show. I did draw several cards, and they're all kinds of cards. I do want to show you the first card I drew today is the fairy card. And fairies are very unique creatures. Okay, so fairies are not visible to you and I, although they are definitely part of our world. They are known as the builders of the universe. So they work a lot with plants and animals, and so you can assist fairies by cleaning up your outdoor area or planting some flowers to help bring them in closer. Now, why is this important? Well, fairies are very instrumental in manifesting what you want. Fairies will help you definitely if you call them in, okay? Fairies are going to appear to you perhaps in the form of a butterfly or a beautiful bird that's a sign for you. Fairies may appear to you in your dreams or in your meditations. I wrote down a few things too about this. So the fairies this week are here to help you. And I feel like since it's springtime, this is an ideal time for fairies to come in. So fairies help in manifesting money or physical things because they're builders of the universe and they help us. They do help build our personal needs and wants as well. We just need to ask them because they're not going to help us unless we ask them. So fairies love the outside, as you know. And so if you want to invite fairies in, cut some fresh flowers and bring them inside. But be sure that before those flowers start to drop their petals and get brown and start to really not become what they used to be sure you take those flowers and throw them out, because fairies are not going to stay around dead flowers, okay? The fresh cut is one thing, but you want to change out those flowers. So bring in fresh flowers. You can help connect with the fairies by going outside, sitting in nature, being one with the natural energy of the world, and fairies will start to come in. I know several people who connect with fairies who actually see them. So I know it's possible. You may be one of those people who noticed that. Another card that came up today for next week is the Goddess card. Now, the Goddess card is about your energy, your female energy. And even if you're a male, the Goddess card is significant for you because the Goddess card is about creativity. The Goddess card energy is wonderful also for manifesting, okay? Because the Goddess is connected to the earth, and the earth is a female energy known as Gaia. And when we need something from Gaia, Gaia will provide. So for instance, in years ago, when people depended completely on cultivating the earth and depending upon creatures of the earth for food, for shelter, for clothing, people had more of a close connection with Gaia and really could see that represented, that Gaia gave them everything. Now that we're inside, and especially now when we're supposed to stay home and not go out, it's easy to feel disconnected from Gaia. You want to connect with her. You want to connect with the Goddess, because the Goddess is a beautiful female flowing energy that's going to help you collect all those wonderful things around you that are good for manifesting. So bring the Goddess into your life. Honor her by, just like the fairies, going outside, walking barefoot on the earth will connect you with Gaia and earth energy and the Goddess. Connect with your female side. Do something that's very feminine, that brings in this earth energy, brings in this Goddess energy. Something feminine would be self-care, okay? Like have a cup of tea, or draw a nice warm bath and add some bubbles. You want to nurture yourself because that's what the goddess does for us. She nurtures us. And we need to have that balance of male energy and female energy. If we don't have that, we're going to be off kilter, and our manifestations and what we create in life is going to be off kilter too. Okay, so invite the goddess into your life. The next card is very interesting. This is the twin flame card, and this is about a romantic relationship. Okay, so a lot of people say, I've never met my twin flame. How do I know my twin flame? Well, okay, I have news for you. Sometimes the twin flame can be an actual person in the physical world. And sometimes our twin flames can actually be a spiritual guide on the other side. And this twin flame we may have known in a previous lifetime or a parallel lifetime or whatever you want to call that. Our twin flames don't always incarnate to the physical world with us. Okay, now sometimes people look at twin flames and say, well, I thought I met my twin flame, but all they did was push my buttons and make me angry, and we always got into fights, and I don't understand what's going on. Well, your twin flame can be here in your life to help you get through certain issues. And isn't it interesting that a twin flame would know exactly what buttons to push to get a reaction from you? Why do we react when people push our buttons? Because we have something to heal. And so if someone's pushing your buttons, twin flame or not, if it's a relationship, a romantic partner, and when I say pushing your buttons, I mean irritating you, getting on your nerves, triggering responses in you that just instantaneously come out. So you want to look at those responses you're giving to your romantic partner and see if you really have some issues to release, and it's not them, they're just giving you the chance to have a mirror in front of you and see yourself in that mirror through them. And they reflect back these issues that you may want to work through. Because when we live in this world, it's more than just the physical, it's the mental, it's the emotional, it's the spiritual. So we have to work on all these levels of ourselves to really move through this lifetime and gain everything we need out of it and learn all those lessons. Now, there's some other cards that I drew as well. Let me see. Okay, so let me follow up with twin flames. Sometimes the twin flames come to you in this lifetime to teach you about your karma, okay? And the karma in your lifetime needs balancing, needs releasing. You need to learn lessons. Karma is about learning lessons and figuring out what you need to do to move through those lessons and go on to the next one. Because we don't get through this life without lessons. We always have something to learn. Okay, so this reading is also about romantic relationships, because the next card I drew was from a tarot deck, and it was the Princess of Summer. And interestingly enough, the Princess of Summer is a fairy, and she is very romantic, and she has an open heart. Okay, so this may sound like you. You may have an open heart. You may give your heart fully to others and allow them to just kind of come into your energy. And you have to be careful with that, because sometimes people aren't always as honorable as you are. And they will see your light and want to kind of draw off of it and take it for their own. You have to protect your heart, okay? And this fairy is telling you to protect your heart. So this fairy is also saying, though, if you haven't met a new friend, you're going to very soon, okay? This would be a friend that could turn into a romantic partner. And so pay attention, because this upcoming week, I know it sounds crazy with all the stuff going on, but you may end up deciding that there's someone in your life you already know or someone new who could be a potential romantic partner. Okay, the next card that I drew is the 8 of Spring. Okay, so the number 8 is always a number of change. The number 8, if you turn it on its side, is an infinity sign. And infinity looks like a number 8 laying on its side. Infinity means forever flowing, forever going, and forever changing. And so, like I said, the number 8 is a number of change. So this is a beautiful card because there's a lot of wonderful things happening for you right now in your life, upcoming in this week. And you may feel like you're juggling a lot of responsibilities. This card indicates you're going to be multitasking. And if you've had some quiet in your life, expect it to change. Like I said, number 8's about change. So you're going to see an increase in the action, okay? This could do with business, with home, with family, with relationships, with children, you name it. This could cover any of those issues. All right, there will be sudden events or rapid changes, but you will also have a lot of results, okay? So it's not just changes where something changes and you don't know what to do with it. It's changes for the better. It's changes towards meeting your goal, okay? It's changes towards getting the results you want or have been thinking about. Now's the time to act. If you're multitasking right now, please be sure you're organized. Please be sure that you have all your ducks in a row, because as you multitask, you want to be sure you're moving towards the goal and not just like doing things and not knowing what's happening with these things you're doing. So you definitely want to be organized. Just be aware that there are changes coming in this next week. And then the next card I drew is the High Priestess card. And the High Priestess is so interesting. The High Priestess is all about your intuition and your psychic gifts. It's also about your subconscious. And so your conscious mind is what you're hearing me with right now as you're listening to me talk, as you're watching me or listening to me. Your subconscious mind is the mind that's just sits back from your actual conscious mind. And your subconscious mind is like a tape recorder, and it will record all of the information you're taking in, whether you know it or not. Okay, because everything gets recorded in our subconscious mind. And so sometimes when we have these thoughts that pop in and we say, where did they come from? Well, sometimes they're from our subconscious mind that's doing all the recording. Also, those thoughts that pop in can have to do with your intuition. So your intuition connects you with your higher self and connects you also with the outer world. So think of yourself as being in a bubble, okay, and you have your own thoughts. And then you have your bubble thoughts that are subconscious thoughts that are recorded. And then outside the bubble, like here's the bubble, and over here is the world and the world thoughts, okay? So we can have intuitive hits where we hear thoughts from our inner self within the bubble or thoughts from the outer self, which is the outer world. And that outer world is called the collective unconsciousness, okay? Or collective consciousness, excuse me. So the outer world, we will also pick up on what's going on. So if you're feeling like anxiety or stress, and you don't think you're having it personally, like your life seems to be pretty smooth, you may be having intuitive hits from the outer world. Okay, so if you're empathic, meaning you feel things very strongly, you may need to protect yourself at this time. To protect yourself, like in a bubble of white light, decide that no one else's energy is going to penetrate yours. The bubble idea is a really good one for self-protection, because you really don't want other people's thoughts entering into your mind. Okay, we all have enough to deal with, unless you're trying to read for them. Okay, so as a psychic reader or as an intuitive, we tune in or tap into other people's energy. That's really good if you're doing it on purpose. If you're not doing it on purpose, you want to protect your energy, okay? Because who knows what's going on in their mind and their energy? You don't want to pick that up necessarily. Okay, so this card, the High Priestess, also indicates you may be experiencing high intuition right now, like I just mentioned what that is. And you may be wanting to explore your spiritual gifts. So what's a spiritual gift? A spiritual gift would be intuition, would be all forms of intuition, clairvoyance, which is clear seeing, clairaudience, which is clear hearing, clear cognizance, which is clear knowing, and the clear knowing comes in at the top of the head. You may experience clear cognizance like having a feeling at the top of the head. Clear empathy, or another form of clairs, is where you have this feeling in the pit of your stomach. That's a way to interpret a psychic gift, which is to feel other people's feelings. Okay, so you may be experiencing this. You also may be noticing that you are connecting with loved ones in spirit. And so if you notice that you feel like a presence of someone in the room, and it just feels like it could be your grandmother who passed away, or your someone who's closely connected to you, go ahead and explore that experience. Just sort of invite that energy to sort of step closer to you and ask them a question. What is your name? Who are you? Why are you here? What do you have to share with me? So mediumship is slightly different from intuition in that you really are mentally connecting to someone who is a spiritual being without a physical body, where intuition's connecting with the energies of information that are all around us at all times. Okay, so the high priestess says to pay attention to your body as a tool to understand your intuition. Like I just mentioned, I feel intuition when I feel full body chills, okay? I feel spirit step in and my body sort of vibrates, okay? It just comes up and I feel this movement, okay? I also experience intuition when I see something in my mind's eye right up here on the screen of my mind. I want to be clear with everybody, okay? Everybody is available and able to access intuitive gifts, all right? There is no one who cannot do this. Whether you recognize them or not is the question. And if you need to explore how to learn these gifts, start doing some internet searches. Look for teachers. Look for people who can help you with this. There's a ton of things on the internet and on Facebook about exploring your psychic gifts. This is the time for you to do that. Let's see. This card also indicates that your psychic abilities are very strong right now, and you need to trust what those instincts are. Many times we may have a feeling about other people, like, I don't know, this person doesn't feel right to me. I'm not sure I should go into business with them, or I'm not sure I should have an agreement with them. You want to listen to that, okay? You want to trust your intuition. The more you do it, the more you will be able to rely on it. You also need to pay attention to your dreams. And if you're planning something right now, pay attention to those strategies, but keep them to yourself. Please be sure to make plans before you take action. Okay, so that is the reading for the week coming up in May. If you have any questions, let me know. My Facebook page is at Pure Love Energy. Also, you're invited to join my Reiki group called Reiki Live, which is hosted on Tuesdays and Saturdays with free live Reiki sessions for healing. Okay, it looks like I have Deanna in St. Louis, Missouri. Hello, hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. So, Deanna, what can I help you with today?
I've just lost like 5 close people to me in the last year. And I was trying
Would
to
you
reach
please
out
repeat
to
who
them.
you lost? I'm sorry.
I lost my mother, my boyfriend, my brother, and my best friend in the last year.
Okay. All right. Hold on a second. I'm very sorry. I'm going to ask you to repeat this one more time. I just am not hearing you correctly because of just the sound of my computer.
I've lost my mother, my boyfriend, my brother, and my best friend within the last year, and I was trying to reach out to them.
Okay. I'm very sorry. I did hear you this last time. Okay. I'm going to connect with Mother. I feel like Mother is stepping in. Mother, to me, feels like someone who was very much in charge of knowing what was going on within the family. She would have been a strong person, although I feel like near the end of her life, she wasn't as strong physically as she would have liked to been. Would you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. And she's she's bringing forth an idea. She's saying that you were very instrumental in helping her towards the end of her life, even if it was just supporting her emotionally, talking to her, being with her. I feel like there was even a physical connection here with between the two of you, like you would hold her hand or you would be able to be with her in some way that truly supported her. And she is thanking you for that. I also feel like, would you understand an issue with her walking later in life?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Because I feel like there's even a wheelchair or a walker. There's something where she's having a challenge walking and moving about. And this really bothered her because I feel like this lady was active as a young person, a younger person.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like she had several children. You would have been one of several children. I just see her like with a very active family as a younger person. I see her truly loving her family. And feeling very good about how she was a mother. I feel like that was her role in life, to be a mother, to be this person who was the caretaker. And towards the end of her life, she felt so helpless because that role was taken from her. Does that make sense to you? Do you understand that?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. So she's bringing forth her love to you, her great love for you, because you were one of, I don't know, the number 5 keeps coming in. Are you from a family of 5 people? Or 5
it
children?
was 5, including her. 4 children. One passed away at birth.
So, okay, thank you. She's bringing forth you as like her personal guardian angel, because I feel like you were the one who was the responsible daughter. You were the one who came forth and gave her as much as you could, because I feel like you didn't always have all the time you wanted to devote to her, but she was so grateful and happy that you were able to give to her what you could. I'm seeing her in a home. Would you understand a home at one point for her that would have been an older building, like a brick building?
No.
No? Would have been, I'm seeing a home in the city, and it feels like a home that would have been close to other homes in the area, like very close, like side to side. Does that make sense?
No.
No? Okay. Do you know of someone who lived in a building like that, other than Mother, who's passed?
Oh, no. Oh, my best friend. She just passed.
Okay. Best friend, and best friend is passed?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So this is best friend coming through then, because Mother is still here, but best friend's coming through. Would you understand this best friend? She's making me feel like there is this, you shared something very common, that even like you shared an experience that was very common that bonded you. I also feel like there was this connection, like you could have not talked to her and then talked to her in like a week, and you pick up right where you left off. Like there was such a bond between you that you could almost read each other's minds. Would you understand that?
Yes, very much.
Okay, thank you. Because she's telling me, I have never had a friend like you. And I feel like she had a lot of pain in her life. Her heart was broken many times. And you were her, once again, you are the listener, you are the healer, you are the person who steps in and gives her a hand up. I feel like you were so supportive of her, and she's coming forward and she's telling you that you need to start caring for yourself right now, because I feel like there's this lack of self-care for you right now. Like there's this something about a habit or something that you're doing that's not lifting you up. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. She's bringing that forward to not judge you, okay? She's not judging you. She's loving you. And she wants you to understand that if you need help for this, whatever this is, think about her. Think about all the stuff what she went through, all the battles she had. And even think about her mentally. Talk to her. She will give you support from the other side in the most miraculous ways. She will send you a sign. She will send you a sign like a bird or a butterfly. I don't know how she connects with you, but I feel like she's present with you, okay? And she's going to be with you. So I have mother and I have best friend coming forward together. And I feel like they're both sending you this beautiful message of love and that they're lifting you up. And so before you go to bed at night, I want you to try something. I want you to start talking to mother and best friend in your mind before you go to bed and invite them into your dreams, because that is where they'll be able to speak to you the easiest, okay? I need to run. I am so sorry that we cut this short, but I'm so grateful to be able to have connected to your mom and to your best friend. Much love to you. I wish you all the best. Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a good day. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me today. If you'd like to connect with me at Pure Love Energy on Facebook or Reiki Live, which is a Facebook group where I give free Reiki healing sessions on Tuesdays and Saturdays. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.